Welcome back to another video. My name is Gordon Frayne, and today we're diving into another price prediction. This time it is for MINA protocol. As always, before we jump into the content, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button below if you enjoy it. Hit that subscribe button as well. We're on the road to our first 1,000 followers and we're getting very, very close. So it would mean the world if you subscribed, and hit that bell notification icon so you can get notified every time we drop a new video. We're dropping multiple videos every single week, and if you want to get notified about other price prediction videos, make sure to hit that bell notification icon. So let's dive into our price prediction for MINA protocol. And as always on the channel, when we do these price predictions, we're going to be looking at MINA firstly through the lens of these 5 pillars before making our price prediction in the second half of the video. So make sure you stick around until the end. So firstly, we're going to look at some fundamentals, a little bit about narratives, taking a brief look at the technical analysis, a very quick look at their team, and then the tokenomics before we dive in to giving you our price prediction for MINA at the height of the bull cycle, which again, we estimate to be around middle to end of 2025. So what is MINA protocol at a fundamental level? Well, it is a layer 1 blockchain solution that creates very small blocks and aims to increase scalability or improve scalability as a layer 1 blockchain versus some of the other layer 1 solutions like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, etc. So they are trying to achieve a much more efficient, scalable layer 1 blockchain and putting a big emphasis on the zero knowledge layer for Web3. So if you're not familiar with zero knowledge, it's basically a way for people and users to, log into a Web3 world, have your own identity on the blockchain, using something like a Google sign-on. So not having to enter private keys every single time you want to log into a Web3 application. What they're doing here is trying to unlock the scalability of zero knowledge layer for Web3. So MINA is the most advanced zero knowledge blockchain for proving anything privately and securely. So it's showing some numbers here about their total transactions, blocks and accounts, etc. But as I said, they've created this really small fixed size 22 kilobyte block system that allows them to achieve, very high transactions per second, as well as a very scalable blockchain. Again, they're comparing themselves to other blockchains here, which have 300 gigabytes in size for various blocks and only increasing from there. So why MINA? And again, they really hone in on this element of controlling your own identity, controlling your own data in a world where we have given up a lot of our control on Web 2 to centralized companies that hold a lot of power. So, thinking about the likes of Facebook, Google, Apple in this more centralized Web 2 world where those companies and corporations benefit from leveraging our data against us, you could say, in the form of advertising, etc. So what MINA want to do is create a refuge in blockchain technology where we end up owning more of our own data rather than giving up our data and information to these larger centralized corporations. So MINA was created to give control back and relinquish trust of intermediaries for users and developers. Leveraging advanced cryptography and recursive ZK proofs, MINA offers true decentralization, scale, and security while remaining accessible. So when we think about some of the narratives that MINA is part of, we can think about obviously the layer 1 narrative, it being a scalable layer 1 blockchain. We've got zero knowledge proofs and dApps as a kind of heavy use case here that they seem to put a lot of emphasis on their website. And then DeFi is another one, although I haven't seen a huge amount of activity with MINA in the DeFi space, but they are calling it out here on their website for secure and compliant decentralized finance. MINA combines cost, efficiency, privacy, and interoperability. When trustless global transactions without centralized intermediaries. So these are some of the narratives that we have at play here with MINA. In my opinion, it's not really capturing any narrative in a very compelling way. They're kind of at the intersection of a few different narratives. I think privacy and trustless attestations is probably the biggest one. They're probably leaning into privacy and the zero knowledge proofs more than anything. So that is probably the area that we will see them make the most ground in. When it comes to the technical analysis, MINA has had an interesting past. We saw it launch kind of towards the middle of the previous bull cycle in 2020. And what we saw was a bit of a run up in price, with MINA getting as high as about $6.60 here in the October-November 2021 timeframe. And obviously this was a pretty good return on investment if you were in MINA in the very early stages or from the ICO event, but we did see a big retracement throughout the rest of 2022, a little bit of a bump at the beginning of 23, but again, even larger retracement all the way down to the 35-cent mark here in October of 2023. We did see a bounce in line with the rest of the market here in October 2023. It's currently up about 120% since those October 2023 prices. It was up over 330% just a few weeks ago in March. However, we have seen a bit of a retracement with the market in the past week or two, and we have seen return on investment decrease since October in light of that. However, it still has performed pretty well over the past 4 to 5 months in general, probably a little bit better than the rest of the market, just ever so slightly better than market average, but currently sitting up over 120% since October of last year. Then looking at the team, obviously some very intelligent people behind the MINA protocol. I'm not familiar with any of these people in great detail. I'm sure you could do some more research on them yourselves, but they are trying to tackle a problem that many blockchains have. You know, we know that Bitcoin and Ethereum and some of the earlier layer 1 solutions are not as scalable in terms of transactions per second as some of the newer blockchains like Solana. And I think what MINA are trying to do is hone in on this kind of privacy-centric, scalable blockchain, maybe gap in the market, to make something that is much more scalable, much more efficient than the legacy layer 1s. So they're still continuing to pave a path, but as we move on to the tokenomics, there is a couple of red flags here. So looking at the tokenomics, we can see that MINA is currently sitting at a price of about 77 cents here as of April 16th, 2024. When we look and break down the tokenomics, firstly, you know, they did peak out at a market cap of about 1.72 billion at the height of the previous bull cycle. That was when it was putting in those $6.60 prices per token. When we look at the circulating supply today, what we can see is about 1.08 billion MINA tokens in circulation. Now, this is a very important number because obviously in order to get the price per token, we simply divide the circulating, the overall market cap by the circulating supply of tokens. And if we look back at the historical snapshot of MINA in November 2021, when it was putting in its previous all-time highs, and we hone in on this number here, which was the circulating supply of MINA tokens when it was putting in its previous all-time highs, we can see that there was only 293 million MINA in circulation in November 2021. So thinking about going from 293 million to over 1 billion today, that is a 270% increase in tokens in circulation since its previous all-time highs. Out of all the price prediction videos we've done on this channel, and we've probably done about 30 or 40 of them so far, this project is the one that has the highest increase in circulating supply versus the peak of the 2021 bull cycle. When we think about all the other tokens, you know, typically what we see is maybe 20-30% increase in circulating supply for a lot of these protocols. However, the sheer amount of dilution that has happened with MINA and the amount of tokens in circulation today versus those all-time highs in 2021 is just crazy. These numbers are not good when it comes to the tokenomics, and not good when it comes to MINA having to put in much more work in order to get back to even previous all-time highs, given the fact that there's just so many more tokens in circulation. So again, just to summarize all of this, at its previous market cap all-time high, MINA was at 1.72 billion. It's currently sitting at around 830 million as of today, so still less than half of what it was at its previous all-time high. Again, the circulating supply was 293 million in November 2021, and it's 1.08 billion today, a 270% increase. And in order to estimate the price prediction for our middle of 2025 time frame, what we're saying is there's going to be about 1.15 billion MINA tokens in circulation by that time, up ever so slightly on the circulating supply today. Finally, we can see that MINA is actually currently sitting at a 0.04% market dominance. So with its 830 million overall market cap, that gives it about a 0.04% market dominance in terms of overall market cap versus the rest of the market. And what it was putting in its previous all-time highs, it was probably closer to 0.06, 0.07 in terms of overall market dominance. So again, this is another variable that we're going to be plugging into our price prediction, so we have to take that into consideration. So, as always, we're going to give you a bear case, base case, and bull case scenario for a MINA price prediction. We do have to make some assumptions here with some of the variables in our equation, so that's why we just spent the last 10 minutes looking at some of the fundamentals, because we do have to plug in assumptions, but we have to use our best judgment in order to come up with some good estimates for the variables in our equation. So for the bear case, what we're saying is the total crypto market cap could reach a peak around $4 trillion US. If MINA can perform ever so slightly better than where it is today and get to a 0.06% dominance, that would give it an overall market cap and a new all-time high market cap of about $2.4 billion US. If we divide that by the amount of MINA tokens we estimate to be in circulation at 1.15 billion, that gives us a price target for middle of 2025 around $2.08, which is about a 2.7x return from today's prices of about 77 cents. Next, moving on to the base case scenario, what we're saying here is the total crypto market cap could reach a peak closer to around $6 trillion US. For MINA, what we're saying is it could achieve a 0.08% dominance if it performs even better. That would give it a $4.8 billion market cap overall. And again, dividing that by the amount of MINA we estimate to be in circulation gives us a $4.17 price target for MINA in our base case scenario, which is about a 5.4x from today's prices. Finally, moving on to our most bullish scenario, what we're saying is the overall crypto market cap could reach a peak around $8 trillion US. If MINA can get all the way up to a 0.1% market dominance, that would give it an overall market cap around $8 billion US. Then again, dividing that by the amount of MINA we estimate to be in circulation at that time gives us a $6.95 price target for MINA in our most bullish scenario, which is about a 9x from today's prices. So let us know in the comments below, are you bullish on MINA? In my opinion, these returns are still decent given the fact that there is so much more tokens in circulation. We do know that given the fact there are so many more tokens circulating in the MINA supply, the price has to do a lot more work, even just to get back up to that 1.7 billion market cap that it reached at its previous all-time highs, because we have 270% more tokens in circulation this time around. So lots more work for MINA to get back to those heights. Again, I'm not as bullish here on MINA as I am on a lot of other projects, simply due to the fact that the tokenomics are not the best. They're not the most favorable. There is a huge amount of tokens in circulation versus the last time around. But again, in the peak of a bull market, sometimes rationale can go out the window, and we see very irrational investments being made, which can drive prices extremely high. So, the rational mind would think that MINA, there's no way that MINA can be getting to crazy prices, but when irrationality kicks in during the height of the bull market, we could see something even higher than $7 or $8. But these are our price predictions. Let us know in the comments below what your price prediction for MINA is at the height of this bull cycle. Let us know, are you holding MINA in your portfolio, and what other projects you like. As always, if you enjoyed the content, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button on your way out. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to our first 1,000 subscribers. And if you want to get notified about other price prediction videos just like this, make sure to hit the bell notification icon so you can get notified. And as always, we will catch you in the next one.